Yo, welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today we're hopping into something a little different. We're going to do a match review of the most recent Chelsea game and a preview. So if you enjoy it, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. What up, everyone? Welcome back. So we are hopping into, I played a little bit, but we are hopping into the new EAFC 24. I was lucky enough to be part of the Founders Edition. I've just played a lot of FIFA, so I was able to do the closed beta, open beta, and then I pre-ordered it and was able to get it a week early. But we are going to hop into a review of the most recent match in the Carabao Cup against Brighton Hove Albion. We won 1-0. Um, the lineup was Jackson up top, Palmer as center attacking mid. We had Ian Motson as a right winger, Mudryk as a left winger, Caicedo manning the midfield alongside Leslie Ugachukwu. And then in the back we had Chilwell. We had left center back of Colwell and a right center back of Disasi. And then we actually saw a rare cameo of Mark Cucurella as a right back with Mr. Bob Sanchez in goal. So this was the lineup we had. First half was kind of ugly. We had some decent attacking play. We had some very, very poor play. Mudryk was pretty lively for the 60 minutes or so he played. Um, Palmer looked straight class on the ball. Leslie Ugachukwu was maybe a tad lucky to not have been sent off right before halftime. He had picked up a yellow in about the 42nd minute and then had a pretty rough tackle in the 45th plus one or something like that. Um, but besides that, he played pretty well. Rough first half, along with the majority of the team. But second half, we really, really grew into it. Mark Cucurella also dominated the second half. He had Matoma in his pocket and then emptied his pocket once Matoma was sent off, and then proceeded to pocket João Pedro. So he looked surprisingly fantastic. He had some pretty crushing tackles. He looked like he did in that game against Dortmund, where it really brought back what we thought we were purchasing when we bought him a year and a half ago. Chilwell also had a really good game playing in his natural left back position. I thought both center backs didn't really put a foot wrong. They both looked very good. Sanchez was a little rough in possession. He almost gifted Brighton a couple very easy goals, but he made fantastic saves throughout the second half. Caicedo didn't stand out a ton, but I mean that's kind of what you want from your center defensive mid. He was making a ton of tackles. He was progressing the ball well, getting it to Palmer, getting it to Ian Motson, and letting them distribute from higher up the pitch. So that was nice to see. Like I said earlier, Mudryk played really well, I thought. He had some he should have had a couple assists. And then in the second half, around the 50th minute, Nicholas Jackson got his goal from a beautiful Cole Palmer assist where he nutmegged a center back and set up a very, very, very easy goal for Jackson to just basically roll into the back of the net. Easily beat the keeper. Motson, I thought, played really well, advanced up the pitch. He looked good. Like our team, we looked good, and we finally got the goal that we've been struggling and waiting for the past handful of games. So I thought we looked really good. Tell me what you guys thought in the comments. I felt like it was a very promising game. Maybe finally seeing that goal go into the back of the net. You could see when Jackson scored the goal, everyone went bananas on the team. Um, really hyping him up, and if he can find goal scoring for him, I know he has yellow card accumulation, so he's out the next match against Fulham, so he'll get a good 10 days off, which is probably solid because he picked up a wrist injury that was bugging him the entire game, but he fought through it and looked really good. As far as substitutions go, Sterling came on in about the 62nd minute for Mihailo Mudryk. He looked okay. He had some good runs. And then Gallagher and Enzo Fernandez came in about the 75th minute, roughly. We lost a little bit of the connective tissue that we had in the middle. They came on for Cole Palmer and Ian Motson. So we kind of went more defensive to try and just shut down the game. And then in the 87th minute, we got an appearance from Armando Broya, and he looked pretty good. He looked pretty good on the ball. He's probably going to be our starting striker against Fulham, unless we. I don't know. I'm slightly concerned. Slash, I don't even know if it's a concern, but Pochettino said that he definitely wasn't fit enough to start this game. He's still working his way back to fitness after such a long layoff with his ACL recovery, but maybe we get to see him to start the game, or maybe we start Sterling up top. I don't know. I'm curious to see what Poch does for that game. But yeah, like I said, let me know in the comments what y'all thought about the game, what you're thinking about. Maybe this was the spark that we needed to turn the season around. I mean, Brighton is a very, very good team. They actually had the most goals in the Premier League ahead of City. They're in the top 4. They are ruthless and very fast, both in terms of pace and in terms of possession and moving the ball. They are very, very well adept when it comes to that. But we will now move on to the Fulham match, which is this coming Monday. Let me see. What's Monday's date? The 2nd of October. So let's try and figure out what we think the starting lineup will be. Chilwell was hobbled at the end. They think it's a hammy, which isn't great. Hopefully it's just a couple week thing and very minor, but we will see. I'm thinking this is the back 4 we see for the weekend. I hope we stay in the back 4 because we looked so much more dynamic when we were attacking, and we defended about just as well as we have been with our. I know it's technically been a back 4, but we have 3 center backs on the pitch, so I think we looked a little bit better. As far as starting midfield, I think we will probably have Enzo sit next to Caicedo, and then Palmer showed out. He was my man of the match personally. I don't know if he had won the official man of the match on the Chelsea poll, but he looked fantastic. I think you had to give Mudryk another start because he looked good. Obviously, we don't have Nicholas Jackson. And like I said earlier, I don't think Broya is going to be healthy enough to start, which is a bummer. And we also don't have Gusto either, so that's why I'm thinking Cucurella has to start at right back. I think we'll see Ukachukwu on the bench, Gallagher, Broya. I don't even know who's going to start right wing. Maybe Palmer at right wing. I really want to see him in that number 10 role though, because he looked really good at linking play. He looked good at he looked good all around. I wonder if we'll see David Washington off the bench if Broya does get a start, but I think this will probably be my assumed starting lineup, which is interesting. I wonder if we start Mudryk up top and play something like this, maybe. I don't know. These front four is just so tricky without having the striker Broya healthy. I'm gonna take a swing and I'm gonna say Broya is gonna start. And maybe he only plays 45, but I think he's gonna start, and I think this is what we're gonna see. Sterling right wing, Mudryk left wing, Palmer at number 10, Broya starting striker, Caicedo, Fernandez as the midfield pairing, and then a back four of Motson, Colwell, Disasi, and Mark Cucurella with Mr. Bob Sanchez in goal. I don't think he did bad enough to where Georgie will get a start. I think maybe Georgie will get a start in the next Carabao Cup game, which I don't remember what the date is, but we are going to be playing Blackburn Rovers. So I think he may get a look in there. We're going to play a game, and we're going to start with this starting lineup and see how it goes. Why not? You guys will get to see the new EAFC or the new FIFA, even though they lost those rights. Not even lost them. They just didn't want to give FIFA any more money because there's no reason to, which I don't really blame them. So yeah, I think that's what our starting lineup will be. I think we have a good chance. Fulham will probably sit a lot deeper than Brighton. It won't be an as open game. So I think having Palmer in the middle will really help connect play and be a good connective tissue between Enzo, Caicedo, and then the wingers and the striker. And hopefully we see some goals. I think we have a good chance of doing pretty decent. Honestly. Especially if Cucurella could play like that again. He looked awesome.
Absolutely right. Chelsea versus Arsenal has become a big game in recent times, and this shouldn't be any different. I'm certainly looking forward to this one. And it might be.
Oh,
wasteful. Very wasteful.
Wasteful.
I think that's an easy chance for him there. The goalkeeper can't believe his luck, can he? Oh, how about that for the last line of defence? Well, Chelsea deserved all the plaudits they got for their win against Burnley. Oh, what a chance this is, Derek.
Oh, off post. Ramsdale. Sheeshers.
Well, what a great first save that was.
And I liked seeing the Disasi Colwell midfield pairing. I mean, I thought they looked pretty good together. Colwell was able to play some fantastic balls up the left wing to Mudryk. Disasi didn't really put a foot wrong. I thought he played well. I think it'll be these two until Badiashile can come back and get healthy, and then maybe we'll finally get to see the Colwell Badiashile center back pairing, which would be pretty awesome if you ask me.
Well, as we glance at the table, it really is shaping up to be a captivating season, highly competitive, especially at the summit. Well, what a great title race this looks like being. Oh, they might score here.
Ooh, schnasty. Yeah, I'm excited. Maybe we finally turn the corner. That would be so just such a breath of relief, or however you want to say it.
And teammates around him. It's there for him. Still possibilities. Just not
Get up there, boy. If Sterling could hit one of those this weekend, that'd be nice, huh? Because he looked so potent at the beginning of the season, I thought maybe he'd found his form, and then he was rough. Not last game, but the game before. Like, against Aston Villa, He couldn't hold on to the ball.
Possession lost, intercepted.
And I thought Ian Motson played well, and once Chilwell went off, he actually stepped back into that left back role, and he looked good. He looked good, honestly. I was impressed. Oh,
Fancy footwork. Corner it is for Chelsea.
and it would be beautiful to see that man score a goal.
Playing it in.
Oh,
And the goalkeeper doing what he's paid to do. The corner kicks keep on coming. Danger still on.
maybe an Enzo Worldy.
It's a goal! Well, the shot seemed like a good option, but goalkeeper's ball. A lot of talk from the pundits coming into this game about
Derek, this is a big moment here.
Beautiful finish, Cole.
There he is at the double. They just can't subdue him.
Yeah, I'm excited. I really am hopeful that maybe that game was a turnaround, some confidence beating a top 4 side. It didn't feel like a cup game. It honestly felt like a Premier League game, which is big for the confidence of the team. We got a good match in the next round playing Blackburn. I think it's a good, like, the cup is one of the only places we're gonna have to make a name for our season, really, because we're definitely out of the top 4 race unless something just miraculous happens where we win 13 in a row or something just insane, but I can't see that happening without having a goal scorer that can easily put the goal in the back of the net. Unless Nicholas Jackson, that sparks him and he can, because he is streaky, maybe that could be what sets him off and he starts putting it all together. Ian Motson, come on, baby.
And ready to strike. Brilliantly blocked.
Oof. Because we really do. We got to get some points before we go on that just brutal run.
Under pressure. Might still be able to do a bit of damage.
Halftime.
45 minutes have come and gone.
As far as Fulham goes, I mean, I say I'm not that worried.
So the beginning of the second half here at Stamford
They're
Bridge.
definitely not one of the best teams in the Premier League, that is for sure. They're a much slower team as far as pace goes and as far as pace of play goes, which is
Good-looking cross.
oh,
Oh, goodness me, he's crashed
which
it
might be good for us, might be bad, because there's not going to be as much room in behind to play like we played against Brighton, which was nice. We were able to counterattack quickly and get the ball up the field, get Mudryk in space. We were able to find Jackson in space. Cole Palmer was finding beautiful spaces and beautiful pockets of space to sit in and receive the ball and then distribute. I think he has to start this next game. Like, has to start.
And we have more action coming up from the Premier League for you. It's Chelsea facing Brentford. Oh, breezing past him. And that's the hat trick.
That's the hat trick, Cole Palmer. All right. As far as substitutions, if Broya does start, I wonder if we see Sterling come into the striker position. Maybe Madueke won't be a healthy scratch and we'll get to see Madueke. I definitely think we see Ogachukwu come in. Oops. And Enzo step up to that 10 spot. Mudryk most likely will come off. Maybe we see Motson come into that position. Caldwell switch to left center back. And Silva come in. I don't have Silva on the bench in this one. So I'm probably just going to put Sterling here. and sub in David Washington. I don't think we'll see David Washington. That would be cool, but I just can't see it happening really. I'm guessing we'll probably see a couple more Cobham players make the bench like we did last game where we had Josh Brooking on the bench, we had Alfie Gilchrist on the bench, we had Alex Matos on the bench. But yeah, that's who I'd probably expect to see.
Can he find the right pass? This could be troublesome. He just needs to remain icy cool.
Kagaiza. Shh. So yeah, guys, let me know what you guys think. I'm gonna jump to sim, and we'll watch the rest of this game play out in little dot form. But let me know what you guys think. Hit me with a score prediction. I think we might score 2 goals. I'm gonna go 2-0. I'm gonna go 2-0. I think we could do it. We should have had 2 goals against Brighton. I mean, that one that they called offsides on Nicholas Jackson was an absolute joke. I mean, if we would have had VAR, we probably would have had a red card right before halftime, which wouldn't have been great. So, personally, I'll take it because we won 1-0. We didn't get a red card. Oh, they scored on us. But yeah, I think we might get a pretty dominant 2-0 win, which would feel huge for the lads. They would eat that up as far as confidence. Ooh, David Washington with the goalie. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. I think this could be a huge turning point in the season where we beat Brighton in the cup. Next round, we have an, I must say, quote-unquote easy matchup against Blackburn Rovers. Man U is actually playing Newcastle United, who were the finalists last year. So one of them will fall out. City lost to Newcastle this past week in the cup. Arsenal's still in it. I mean, most of the top teams are still in it, but the big giants, City, are going to be out. And then one of the 2 quote-unquote top 6 teams, Man U or Newcastle, will fall out. And we got rid of Brighton, so it doesn't look terrible. It honestly doesn't look terrible. Maybe we could make a deep cup run and turn the season around and really build some confidence, because I really think that's all the guys need is some confidence. We're playing well. We're creating chances. We're just not putting in the back of the net. And scoring goals, confidence is one of the most important things when it comes to that. So leave me some comments. Tell me what you guys think. Maybe lineup predictions, score predictions, what you guys thought about the Brighton game. Is this going to be a turning point in our season? I look forward to reading the comments, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace, guys. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, check out one of the 2 videos below, and I will catch y'all soon. Peace.